I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in.
All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. I'm Joe Jordan, that's Dave, that's Tomo. We are here. We got a lot to talk about from yesterday, NFL Week 13. Hey, look, y'all, I know my team in it with a tie. I'm not wearing a tie today, but hey, I'll take a tie over L. All right, so Tomo, what's good? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, we ain't tied up. That's all I'm saying. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great.
Yes, sir. What's good, Dave? How you doing? Hey, glad to have you back.
Hey, J-Mo, fizz down, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, y'all. So look, we got, like I said, we got a packed out show for y'all going over yesterday's game. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, share this video with somebody that you know personally so they can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all be putting down throughout the show. Also, on IG, we have NFL and NBA chat. If you want to join the chat to get exclusive news before Bleacher Report, before ESPN app, all right? Before your apps you have on your phone, you want to get the news of NFL, NBA, and you want to get some debate chats in, let us know. Drop your IG in the comment section. We'll add you to the chat, all right? And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. All right, so look, y'all, the first topic we got. The Cleveland Browns have played the Houston Texans, and guess who was in attendance? Deshaun Watson. All right. So Deshaun Watson played his first game since January 3rd, 2021. It's a long time. Against his former team, the Texans in Houston. A lot of protesters outside. We all know his situation. All right. He actually, his game was pretty, I'm not sure, but, he was 12 of 22, 54% from the field, 131 yards in the game, 0 TDs, 1 interception, got sacked once, 28 QBR, 53 QB rating. He did run the ball 7 times, 21 yards, but the Browns did win 27-14 with 1 punt return and 2 defensive TDs. So thank God for them, right? So he served his punishment. He's here. We're going to talk about a letter grade. All right? So, Tomo, what's going on? I didn't say that, sorry.
You got to say it in the Marvin Gaye voice because really, what's going on? Man. If it wasn't for their defense, y'all know they could have lost that game. They really could have lost that game. I know they say you got to knock off the Russ, but she was looking like Russell Wilson out there. Man, hopefully next game he could pick it up because Jacoby Brissett, it was one moment in the game they showed him on the sideline. He had his helmet on. I think they brought him in for a QB sneak. I was like, man, they really don't believe in you, man. It's getting ugly. But hopefully his nerves could settle down. I know he was talking about this previously on Saturday that maybe he would look rusty in the first half and then look better in the second half. He just looked rusty the entire game. There was also videos that came out when he was in training camp where he looked just as rusty. Passes was low. Like everything looked like he was just zooming down to the ground. Maybe he was throwing a Nerf ball in his time off. I don't know. A lot of stress was going on in that situation. The rushing game from the Browns didn't even look the same. Like the whole team just looked out of sync. Maybe it was the fact that it was in Houston. It was him, all of, the debacle, the turmoil that went on with that situation. Man, Watson, you get an F from me, man. You get an F from me on that game. You got to do better. Amari Cooper did not get traded from Dallas to have Jacoby Brissett look better than you game 1. You got to do better, man. Pick it up.
wasn't expecting an F from you. Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's a little harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he did take the Browns to the Super Bowl, though. If y'all understand what I mean when I said that, because he did play terrible yesterday. But I mean, what you expect from somebody that hasn't played football in 700 days? It's been 700 days since the last time this man played a game of football. He hasn't worked out. And if he has worked out, he hasn't been with the team. He's been working out by himself. And honestly, you're not in football shape unless you're actually playing football. So he hasn't been playing football. So I didn't expect him to be great yesterday. I didn't expect him to be that bad either. We saw those highlights in the offseason when he was throwing the ball out of bounds all the time, throwing it too low, overthrowing players. He looked rusty. I mean, and that's what y'all should have expected. I don't know why anyone would have thought that he would come back into a top 5 form this season. And I've been saying that all year. I say he may be a top 5 talent, but right now we can't give him that because he's been gone for about 2 years. And that game yesterday showed that he's not a top 5 quarterback at this moment. He has to play better. And I think next year, after he has an off season, he'll be better. But right now, no, I'm gonna give him a C- for that game yesterday because he played bad, but I didn't expect much because he's been gone for 700 days. And I'm gonna kind of disagree with the run game. The run game didn't look great, but it still was good enough. I mean, Chubb went for 80 yards, Hunt went for 56, so that's over 100 yards together. So it's not like they didn't run for over 100 yards. They didn't run for 200 yards, but they still ran for over 100 yards yesterday. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was good. It was good enough.
All right. He was very, very, very rusty. Yeah, I can say that. I agree with y'all. He threw 3 passes to the ground, especially one to Amari Cooper that was on 3rd down. And he threw one on the sideline to the ground. He just threw one to one of the running backs to the ground. He has to do another one to the ground, but Kareem Hunt caught it. So he looked rusty, but he did convert 6 3rd downs through the air. I will give him that. I like the fact that the Browns ran the ball 38 times. They told themselves we're not going to, be pass happy. We're going to stick to our formula, which is be a run first team. But I give him a D-. Not gonna give him an F. I give him a D- because he's rusty. I mean, it's his first game, like David said, in 700 years. But I didn't expect him to be this terrible throughout the whole game. He threw a bad. He need to stay rusty to next year. He threw a bad interception in the red zone. I mean, like in the end zone, they were about to score. They did a good drive. He was playing good, and he threw a pick right in the end zone. Terrible. So I saw flashes though. Like he hit Amari Cooper on a 3rd down play across the middle of the field. He was running the ball. He actually on the first drive he actually made somebody miss a tackle, but it was a bad throw. But it was under pressure. He showed like his elusiveness. So I saw flashes. I think he'll be better, and I think he will be good for his team going forward.
Look, man, I gave him an F for fantasy. He messed up my fantasy week. Nick Chubb was averaging double points. All my fantasy owners out there, you all took a hit with Nick Chubb. And for the people who stored him on your team, 5 points. It's playoff season, man. We can't have that. We can't have that. That's why he got an F. It was personal. I give him a D-, but it's still fantasy. We need flashes of old Deshaun ASAP.
Well, that's your fault. You should have started Justin Fields instead of him.
You see what I'm saying? Look at the F's is everywhere. Fields.
All right. So David got the 49ers gear on. We got to talk about the 49ers. Before we do that, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. Share this video with somebody that I know personally. Look at that. I'm paying random stuff. Share this video with somebody that I know personally so they can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all put now. Like I said earlier, we have an NBA, NFL chat on IG. If you want to get exclusive news of injuries, people, basically injuries, injuries, trades, anything like that, you want to get before Bleacher Report, ESPN, let us know. Put your IG on the chat, and we'll add you to the group. All right, the 49ers. The 49ers, Jimmy G broke his foot in the first quarter, first drive, I believe, at the last play of the first drive. after the 2 or 3 that touchdown pass. Brock Purdy came in and filled in, led the 49ers to a 33-17 victory over the red hot Dolphins. All right. Crazy because Baker Mayfield is well, first, Jimmy G, like I said, he broke his foot. Kyle Shanahan came out and said he's out for the season. All right. Next day, Baker Mayfield gets released. Speculations are saying Baker might get signed with 49ers, but right now, Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback. So, Dave, you start this one off. Can the 49ers make a Super Bowl run with Purdy?
Can I address something else first before I answer that question? That's a little hard to answer right now, but bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go. Let's go. I got to get hyped. I ain't been hyped all year, but I'm hyped after that. We actually played well against a good team yesterday, and we only allowed 7 points in the second half. Do y'all know that since that Chiefs game, we've only allowed 7 points in the second half? 77-7 in the second half, and we're on the 5-game win streak. So that lets you know that we're doing something. We're doing something good. Now, I'm definitely. I won't say I'm overly sad, but I don't like the fact that Jimmy got hurt. He was playing well all season. It's probably the best he's played since 2019. Since he's been with us, he was 15 touchdowns, 4 picks all year. So he played pretty clean. And he knows our system better. He's the vet quarterback we have on the team. So I would have preferred him being healthy than having Purdy as the quarterback. But after what Purdy showed yesterday, I think we still got a good shot. He played pretty well. He knows the system. All the players pretty much saying that he got that dog in him. So that lets you know he got a little something. I don't know if he really got the dog in him, but the players believe in him. So I think we'll be good enough to make a deep run. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to help us win the Super Bowl or get the Super Bowl. But I think with the way our defense is playing, we still got a chance. Sturdy Purdy.
So speaking of sturdy Purdy, sorry. Kyle Shanahan just got a notification. Like I said, you want to get in that chat, let me know. Just got a notification. Kyle Shanahan said this. Always been a fan of Baker Mayfield, but won't commit to adding a new QB. So they are keeping Brock Purdy as a quarterback. All right, so it's the 49ers. So look, yes, they can make a Super Bowl run without Jimmy G. Now, David, I like how you praise Jimmy G. I hope you appreciate him a little bit more now that he's gone. They say you appreciate people more when they're gone, right? Ask anybody that actually got a good relationship. But anyway, so look, the 49ers could definitely make a Super Bowl run. The NFC doesn't have the QBs the AFC does. No disrespect to your guy, Tomo. These are all the potential quarterbacks that will make the playoffs. Potential quarterbacks. You got Taylor Heineke, Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, and then Tom Brady. Now, the 49ers had a number 1 defense across the board. They got Nick Bosa, who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. All right, it's not Michael Parsons. I'm sorry. All right, they have the ability to neutralize every QB in the NFC. Now, some people might make a case for Brady because of his past, but that team, they don't have an offensive line. They're gonna they're not gonna go crazy over Brady. They have no offensive line, and they running game is trash. All right, so they had no shot against the 49ers. So also on top of that, they still have some of the best weapons in the NFC. They still got Deebo Samuels. They still got Brandon Ayuk. They still got Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle, who are players who don't need bombs. They're not what you call it? What's the guy? AJ Brown. Everything he's getting is deep balls. They are a type of receivers and players that, hey, give me the ball and I'll make a play for you. They are the Yak team. What I call them, David? The Yak Boys? Something like that? Yak Boys. Yak Mob, right? So they have play like that. So, and on top of that, they have the best coach in the NFC, arguably in the NFL. So, yes, the 49ers can make a Super Bowl run.
Knick-knack, patty-yak. Don't give the 49ers no bone. What are y'all talking about, man? That team, that burgundy, whatever color that is, that wine and gold, they're going home. Do they have a chance? Yes. If you're in the playoffs, you definitely have a chance. Come on now. Look, what the Eagles almost made it that year with Vic when they went on the run. The Giants did it every time they made the Super Bowl. That team didn't look that good. They had the defense though. Wow. Look what I just did there. You all are looking like that Giants team. You could probably sneak in there and then make the Super Bowl because of the pass rush. Yes, you have. One funny thing that you threw out there, though, you threw out all the quarterbacks. I like how you listed all of them. But they can go up against the Eagles. The Eagles can run the ball and they can throw the ball deep. That's a nice little counter. That's a 1-2 duo right there. It might be like a Rocky movie. You know what I'm saying? Because it is Philly. But I don't think they're gonna win. They might have to throw in the towel. Adrian, you know what I mean? Do I want to make a case for Dallas? Do I really want to do that? Not right now. Now's not the time. We just put up 33 points on the team. I'm just saying, with Purdy out there. One thing about football, guys, that you always have to remember is once a team scores, the other team has to get the ball. Do you really believe in Purdy to go out there, 4 or 5 games to make it to the actual Super Bowl? You think he's going to hold up in that back pocket? I don't think Purdy is, as they would say in New York, that's sturdy. So, yes, I believe they can. Do I trust it? No.
All right, so I'm glad you mentioned that Eagles run game. Who's number one in rushing defense right now?
Us.
No, that would be us, my guy.
He said one across the board, man.
We number one across the board. So that defeats that. Number 2, the Giants. I mean, I don't think they had all the weapons that we had on our team as far as offensively. They didn't have all the weapons.
And they had some running backs. It's kind of looking like the same team.
No, it's not. We got better receivers, better tight end core, and a better running back. Trust me. Okay. Did they have a tight end? Did they have a tight end as good as George Kittle? Nope.
Yeah.
They didn't have a receiver.
Hawkinson. What's his name?
Nah.
Or Ayuk.
George Kittle was the Giant.
He's a better quarterback.
Better across the board. Yeah.
We're better across the board. Clearly.
All right. Yeah. Let me. I'll come back.
We'll defense, you got the defensive line. The Giants
You got it. You got that. But offensively, we got a better offense than the Giants had. That's without question. And another thing I got to mention, because this is my last point, we've only allowed over 20 points twice this year.
And what happened in those games?
We lost both of those, but we've only allowed it twice.
Okay. And the other teams that he named can score over 20 points.
That's true. Can the Dolphins score over 20 points? But what happened to them yesterday?
People still was on the. We're gonna talk about tuna fish later.
We will. But
what I'm saying is, people already didn't believe in Tua in that offense till they went up against y'all. However, the other teams in the NFC, we're not even talking about the AFC right now. We're talking about the NFC. When you talk about the NFC, you all have a fighter's chance. But what I'm saying is, everybody that he named can punch back.
Hey, real quick, Carl Wright. They got Giants had Jeremy Shockey.
There we go. That's his name. Shockey. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
That was from one of their Super Bowls. I don't think he was on Super Bowl for both teams.
But that was the one. Yeah,
that's true. Jeremy Shockey was tough. I mean, he went to the U, so I know he is.
Is he better than George Kittle though?
No, he's not better than George Kittle.
What? George Kittle is a right tackle plus.
He's not better than George Kittle.
I can't make that debate right now. I need to do my research. All right.
The 41.
All right.
Man, here they go.
It's 30 Purdy, starting quarterback for a potential Super Bowl team. Isn't that crazy?
Because we beat y'all. You'll be okay.
Who?
Y'all
gotta play the Commanders, man.
Oh yeah.
We about them in 2 weeks. We don't got them. We got the Bucks next. We'll worry about them in 2 weeks.
And another thing we're gonna throw out there, because this is a real rivalry. My bad, Joe. We taking the show. We're gonna take the show left, right. We took y'all players and won Super Bowls with them. Why you mad at us?
When the last time y'all even sniffed the Super Bowl? Why are you mad at us?
When the I can't say it on FCC Airways, but when the
you talking about Deion Sanders?
We took him and the pass rusher. What's my man? Man, he's crazy.
Don't mean that. We got the same amount of Super Bowls, but we've been more ready than y'all have.
Y'all have, but y'all lost.
Y'all haven't even gotten to the NFC Championship game. Just get to one before
what's going to the dance if you're not gonna take the girl home?
Okay.
What are y'all doing? Y'all just
have a good time.
You gotta get there first.
They had a good time, and then she threw cake in her face.
What's so good if you can't even get inside?
Hey, look, we can throw eggs at the glass. That's what we was doing, okay? Exactly. We taking from the outside.
It's all good.
We gonna get there this year, though.
All right. All right, cool. All right, I like that.
Charles Haley. There we go. I
Charles,
knew it.
okay, yeah, Charles Haley.
2
Yeah,
for 2.
that was a big steal too.
2
All
for
right,
2.
so Charles Haley. Man, talking about these Super Bowl for all our teams. We gotta go all the way back. I ain't trying to talk about that. Let's talk about something that's happening recently. All right. I don't think none of our teams won since the 90s. All right. Have y'all? Yeah, since the 90s. So let's get it. All right. At least y'all been. Well, not y'all. At least you been, David.
Hey.
Okay, so you mentioned it, tuna fish. All right. So we gotta talk about Tua, that same game. So Tua, man, listen, before Sunday's game, he was in the MVP conversation. A lot of people's top 3, some people's top 2, some people's top 1. And he had his worst game of the season. He had 3 turnovers while getting served his first loss while starting and finishing the game of the season. Losing 33-17 to the 49ers, as we just said last segment. And not only they lost their division lead, they dropped from 2nd to 6th in the playoff picture. So, did this knock him out the race temporarily? No!
I was gonna say, I'm not talking. This is your segment. Go.
No, they did not. He's not knocked out. All right. Sorry, Eagles. We're not talking about y'all right now. All right. So y'all ever had a situation where, like, you probably won multiple times throughout your life, and then you had that one person who never won, and they finally win, and they throw a party. You know what I mean? Because that's another subject. We're not talking about it right now. Anyway, so look, Tua. I'm not gonna get mad at Tua. He had a bad game. That's cool. That's one bad game. All right. Now we did do an episode. I came out and said Tua's MVP. Now, for all these people who kept killing me about Mahomes, I never said Mahomes was not better than Tua. All right. They kept saying, like, how you gonna say Tua's not better than Mahomes? All right. Tua was the MVP leader to me. All right. Mahomes is better. He's the best QB in the league, best player in the league. But as far as MVP wise, that's his first game. That's the only black mark you can put on his resume for this year. When I look at Mahomes, I mentioned last week, he threw 2 interceptions during crunch time and lost both of those games. Not saying he lost the game, but he had the opportunity to win both of those games and ended with 2 interceptions. I'm just saying, all right? And he also took an L yesterday. So this it's not like he won, all right? So I got to say this. I got to put Jalen Hurts to the front right now. And the reason why I got to do that is because, number 1, they're 11-1. Number 2, he hasn't had a bad game yet. He hasn't had a bad game. I can't look at not one moment in any game and say, yeah, that was on Hurts. I can't do that. But I can do that with Tua, and I can do that with Mahomes. They're going to show you with Josh Allen if anybody want to put him in there still. So I want to say that Tua's okay, but Tua has to be flawless between now and the season, only because he missed those 3 games. So he has to be flawless. If he's not, he can't win MVP, but I still believe he could.
This is terrible. This is terrible. Why did the 49ers have to do this? Why did y'all do this? Because now we got to say Hurts is the flat-out MVP, man. This is crazy. He ran his way to an MVP. It's like a college Heisman Award, man. Shout out to Hurts, man. Comeback player of the year and all. You could definitely say all of that. Yeah, man. After yesterday, I was watching that game. The first touchdown occurred, and I was like, Joe gonna go crazy. Look, I told y'all. Sound like Boosie daughter. I told y'all. Then I was just like, man, Dave, that's crazy. Y'all about to lose to Flipper. And then the 49ers did what exactly I just said. They flipped the switch and was like, nope, we're shutting all of that down. And for the 49ers to contain that offense the way they did, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I got to give you your props. I might have to take my jersey off and talk about it because I feel a hole burning in my back giving you all props. But and then they didn't even get 20 points. Man, Tua looked like Tua before Tyreek Hill. That's what he looked like yesterday. And everyone, the world was waiting for this moment. They was like, finally, we told y'all had him on his hill, and then we just going to knock him back down because he played a real team, from what people would say, because they don't like the Bills. But this is what happens. The competition stepped up. So, he, like you said, Joe, he definitely got to play flawless for the rest of the season. Like, no interceptions, maybe 3 200-yard games, some more touchdowns, which is possible because the rest of their schedule looks like they can clean it up. They got the Bills again too. They beat them. I think that'll put them back over. And then you just need for Hurts to have, like you said, Hurts needs to have one bad game on him though. Hurts just need to throw 3 interceptions in one game.
Real quick, David, you know it's crazy, Tombo. Y'all got control of that.
Come on now. I don't want to talk about that right now. We know that.
Okay, it's all
they running from us. They running from us. We running from y'all, and they running from us.
All right, Dave, let's get it.
All right, so I mean, I think this is probably the first time in a while we've all agreed on something that Jalen Hurts is declared MVP right now. I mean, he had 300. He threw for 380 yards yesterday, 3 touchdowns, and ran for 1. So yesterday, you can actually say that he didn't run his way to MVP. He actually threw his way in the race yesterday. He played pretty well. I know we've had some jokes about him being the best running back in the division, but he clearly showed that he's winning MVP right now. They're 11-1. They blew out the Titans after we said that we didn't know that could happen because we thought Derrick Henry might be able to run all over them. They stopped Derrick Henry from doing anything. He looked normal, and they played pretty well. A.J. Brown had 2 touchdowns against his former team. So, I mean, yeah, it is definitely the Eagles right now. Jalen Hurts is definitely the number 1 MVP right now. But I still got 2 in the top 3. I still think he's still top 3 right now. I got Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, Tua, all right there. I don't think anyone else should be in the conversation right now, simply because all 3 of them have played well all season. And Josh Allen has been the reason his team has lost every single time they lost this year. And even when they've won, it was like he almost cost them the game to lose. So that I think that puts him out of it. And it's just between them 3. So Tua has to play perfect. I think Mahomes might have to play a little perfect too because he just lost against the Bengals. He has to be in the Bengals the last 3 times he played them with Joe Burrow as the quarterback. So he got to do something too. But right now it's Jalen Hurts.
Yep. And Tua got to be flawless. And Mahomes got to win. That's all he got to do.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So look, coming up next, we got Carl coming on. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break, 1-minute break, and we'll see y'all after the break.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Bond that can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah, refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah, refuse.
All right, so look, Carl's not gonna make it with us today so far. He might come in late, but right now we don't have him, so we're gonna keep it moving. Oh, there you go.
It got to be more.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carl. Oh.
fresh out, bro. I made it out the shower just in time. I just got home.
All right, what's up, Carl? How you doing, man?
What's up?
All right. That was funny. All right, cool. So look, man, hey, be more. Y'all got a dub. Y'all play the Seahawks, 10-9.
Broncos.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot Russ is playing with the Broncos. All right, we wish he with the Seahawks the way he's playing right now. So y'all beat the Broncos 10-9, capping off with a 91-yard drive to that basically win the game. Lamar gets a knee injury. Tyler Huntley, aka Snoop, comes in and does his thing. So Carl, talk to us about how you feeling right now and y'all chances of continue to maintain this league in the AFC North.
Okay, so I mean the little league we have, which is literally half a game. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's not because of Lamar going down. It's because of how well the Bengals actually been playing. Can I address one thing before I go into this?
Go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes didn't lose that game yesterday. Travis Kelce fumbled late in the fourth quarter. Mahomes can't control that. Mahomes down the field to tie the game. Kicker misses. Mahomes can't control that. And then the defense, 3rd and 11, gives up a first. Mahomes can't control that either. So kudos to the Bengals. They're playing phenomenal. So, like I said, they got me nervous. I'm going to just speak on the Ravens now. Greg Roman called a terrible game yesterday. That I don't know what he was thinking. We driving down the field for like one drive out of the many drives that we have not drove down the field, and he dials up a 2nd and 6 reverse pass with James Prochet, which ends in a pick. Terrible play call. I don't know why you try to get cute when moving the ball down the field. It looks like the offense is finally leaning on the defense, and you get cute. Don't know why he panicked there. But shout out to Snoop. Snoop, game-winning drive, ball game on the line, leads us right down the field, runs it in himself. I believe in Snoop. I said it when he came in. I was sad to see Lamar go, but I believe in Snoop. And I tried to tell you, Joe, earlier in the year, Snoop got the clutch gene in him. It's the defense that normally lets him down. And as you can see, the defense tried its best that last drive to let the Broncos win the game again. They drove and got into range for a 63-yard field goal, which is not unobtainable. Yeah, it's one off from the previous record before my boy broke it. But it's not unobtainable, and Brandon McManus actually has a leg. Thank God he missed. But yeah, the defense, can't blame the defense yesterday. They played phenomenal. Like I said, they tried to give it away at the end, but thank God they didn't. They played phenomenal. Snoop did have the one error I have to bring up on the sideline of Justice Simmons, where he should have just thrown the ball away, tried to force a play. So I believe Mark Andrews and Justice Simmons just jumped it. But other than that, believe in Snoop.
All right. So look, Carl. Now, I'm gonna ask you this: Are you worried about the Steelers at all? Because right now they 5-7. Y'all played them twice, so they kind of control their destiny.
We in control of our destiny. Don't try to flip that. We in control of our destiny. We 8-4.
Okay, sure. Now, because they're not controlling their destiny, I should say. But if they win out, and the schedule is not that tough in their eyes, obviously, because they got 3 division games. The Browns, they got y'all twice. They got the Raiders, who's like unpredictable, and they got the Panthers. And the Steelers been playing well lately too. So, are you worried about them at all?
Am I worried about them taking our spot, or am I worried about playing against them? Because those are two different answers.
Playing against them.
Yes, I told you before, and I'll say it again always. I've seen Charlie Batch beat the Ravens the year we won the Super Bowl. So I'm always concerned about that game, because that game doesn't matter how good or how bad the opposite team is, you got to bring it or you will lose. So I'm always concerned about that game. I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, oh, we 8-4, they 5-7. We're going to run through them. Nah, not going to get that from me. I'm always concerned about that game. Now, am I concerned about them taking our spot in the division? No. I'm not one to discredit wins, so I'm not going to go against what I normally do just because it's them. But this will be a real test for them.
How you feel about the Bengals and their resurgence?
That question was answered. Start the segment. I'm nervous.
I just wanted to, me being a undercover Bengals fan at times, I just wanted to ask that. Burrow, man, he's looking nice.
It's my dog. I hate that he's in our division because that's my dog. I love Joe Burrow.
I don't know if you see the title, but the title says "Be more careful," right? Do you think that the fact that Lamar got hurt here, does that hurt his chances of his contract?
No, because I think we're probably going to go into the same mindset whether he's hurt or not. He's still our franchise guy. So if we can't come long term with a deal, like, all right, put it to you like this: if we would have came to an agreement early in the season, it wouldn't have mattered because of the fully guaranteed. I'm not really nervous. They're going to probably franchise him regardless. Now, do I hate the fact that they're going to do that? Yes. But am I nervous? No, this injury doesn't change anything in my opinion.
Okay. Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say, but I think the Bengals may be able to take this division now. That depends on how long Lamar is out. So I don't think we know exactly how long Lamar is out. We don't know if he's out for the rest of the regular season or if it's just a game or two. But I mean, Carl knows more about Snoop than I do. He did play well for them to win yesterday, but I don't know. I think the Bengals have the better shot right now to win the division. And that's just
Yeah, with Lamar being out now, what's going for y'all, Carl? Y'all schedule is not like you're not
Any
playing
given
much
Sunday,
work.
Joe.
Yeah, and of course. I mean, we saw it yesterday. I mean, y'all only lost to the Broncos. Well, it's neither here nor there. But like, and y'all had a close game with the Panthers too. So like, for real though, Carl. Like, when I watch y'all play, Carl, it's sloppy. All right, y'all play so sloppy. Y'all don't look consistent throughout one game. Y'all, it's like y'all playing outside. Like, I never know what to expect from the Ravens. So like, there's nothing about y'all team. Now y'all are a good run team, and mainly because Lamar Jackson, just like Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. But like y'all good run team, but it's nothing I can look at and be like, I can bank on that. Because Marcus Peters, man, he be getting burnt up in key moments. That Jaguars game last week, it was Marcus Peters. That
Yeah.
Dolphins game, it was Marcus Peters. Like, it's games I watched, and I'm like, Marcus Peters want to do the Ray Lewis dance, but then he getting burnt up in the end zone. And then Humphreys, I think he playing like a Pro Bowler. He'll be a Pro Bowler this year for sure. And I got nothing bad to say about him. But how truly confident are you in these next few games? Because y'all might miss Lamar for like 2 weeks, maybe a week, but 2 weeks or maybe 3. They said week to week or day to day.
Yeah, week to week. Yeah.
How confident are you really on a scale of 1 through 10 of y'all not winning y'all division but making the playoffs? Because
I'm super confident in the playoffs. That's
Okay.
not my issue. My issue is the confidence in winning the division because of the Bengals. Now, what really hurt us, and hopefully he comes back next week, is Ronnie Stanley being out because we had to shift left tackles. We started with Patrick McCurry at left tackle. Then we moved to the rookie Daniel Falele at left tackle. If Ronnie Stanley can consistently play, I think the offense would look better, but he's consistently in and out the lineup. That's why our offense looks shaky or looks, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look consistent. I think that's a big part of it. On the scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go division because playoffs, I'm super confident. Division, I'm going to go 5. I'm a 5 out of 10 about the division.
Remember last time? Remember last time I got in a situation similar to last year?
But the difference between last year and this year is that we had most of our key guys this year. Last year, Peters was out, Marlowe was out, Rashad Bateman was out. It was a lot of key guys that was
Bateman's
out.
Still out, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. Like, it was half the roster was out. Yeah. Marcus Williams is supposed to be coming back next week. JK coming back next week. I love JK, but I don't really know if he's going to be that spot for real. So he comes back. Hopefully Ronnie comes back. And Snoop is a good player. I mean, he has the experience. He knows the offense. The system, he's not like Lamar before somebody tried to twist this, but his play style is similar to Lamar's. And that's Lamar's cousin, so I believe in him.
He's 0.50.
Yeah, I can say whatever y'all want, but he got the job done.
No, I'm saying 0.50 Lamar. Like
I get what you're saying. But I don't like this. He's his own man.
Upgrade Lamar a little bit.
No, he's his own man. Don't 0.5, no 2.0, no none of that.
All right.
But at the rate, your defense. So let's say Snoop does give you the big lead. How much do you trust in your defense? Because all year they've been the Achilles heel. Like you can win the games, but then the defense will do something crazy. Like you brought up Marcus Peters or just
go ahead. I'll take that back. I won't say 0 out of 10 over Bucks because Marcus Williams is hopefully back, and that's the free safety that we need. Yes, Marcus Williams did play that Dolphins game, but he had 2, should have been 3 picks that game. So we getting our turnovers back with Burr coming back. And so I'm really excited for him to come back. And then that leaves, Kyle Hamilton being in and out. If we can get Marcus Williams there, then we got a guy to go sideline to sideline. And Chuck Clark can consistently be in the box. Geno Stone can consistently be in the box. And neither one of them had to go sideline to sideline.
And like you said, right now, the only real consistent team, but that's looking like the trajectory is going through the roof, is the Bengals. Like Pittsburgh is on a run, but they can get got. Cleveland right now, they're trying to figure out what's going on with Watson. So they can get got. Yeah, they can get got. And then y'all got the Falcons. Then you got Pittsburgh again. Then you ended with Cincinnati. And the only reason Cincinnati really is clicking the way they are is because their run game is Samaje.
Samaje balling.
He is balling right now. And that's helping.
To be back though.
And that helps too. That just adds to it. I think Samaje played for the Commanders at one point.
Yeah, and fun fact, he also held the record for like the most yards in a college game at Oklahoma, and then I think it got broke next week by his teammate. or vice versa.
Look at that. Just letting talent walk out the door. That's what they do in DC. But we're talking about the Ravens.
All right. So look, you like that shot, Katambo. All right, look, lastly, I want you to answer this question. How confident are you in your weapons?
I seen that. All right, so against period. I was about to throw a shot because he threw a shot, but I'm mature. Period. Y'all know I've been asking for a damn receiver. So 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Mark Andrews getting back to his old dropping ways. Tried to tell y'all. Deshaun actually been playing cool. I mean, I can't really expect more than what he's been giving us, given his age, his injury history. So I'm actually okay with what Deshaun's been giving us. DeMarcus Robinson has actually been playing phenomenal. He's probably one of our most consistent weapons. So I'm really happy what I'm seeing out of him. But everybody else, we're not really featuring Duvernay like that. We're only featuring him on like jet sweeps and screens, which I wish we feature him more. Crochet. I didn't even know he was playing until that double reverse pass or whatever. So, Odell, please help.
Yeah, out of everybody, I wouldn't mind if he went there. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, Carl, like we always do, get some last words for your Ravens, because they're gonna need it.
All right, my boys. So, Ravens, Greg Roman, please don't do the BS that you did against the Broncos, because that really frustrated me. And I took up for you, so please don't let me look stupid. Defense, please. Well, we already know how Ravens defense love rookie quarterbacks. No shot, because it's just a fact. But our defenses normally love rookie quarterbacks, so hopefully we can get a turnover or two. And I'm gonna switch gears for a second. Shout out the Lions, man. What's that? 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4? And the close one probably should have beat the Bills. So they coming 2 games behind the playoffs, and they got the tiebreaker with the Commanders. So,
Oh yeah. By the way, y'all, the Steelers play the Ravens next Sunday.
Yeah.
So
yes, sir.
that's gonna be a game. All right, Carl. Appreciate you for coming on. Most likely we'll see you next Monday.
Appreciate you for having me as always.
Yes, sir. Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. There you go, Carl, Ravens fan. So look, before we move forward, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with somebody on the channel personally. They can come on, watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all jot down throughout the show. And we have an NFL, NBA chat on IG, Instagram. If you have IG, let us know. You get all the injuries, the trade-ins, the sign-ins before your major platforms. So if you want to be added to those groups, put your Instagram in the chat. All right, and last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So we got to talk about the NFC still. Well, we went to the AFC. Now the NFC. We got to talk about the playoffs. All right? You got the Seahawks beat the Rams. They're now in the 7th seed, took it from the Commanders at 7-5. You got the Giants tied with the Commanders, 7-4-1. And at the 6th seed, and the Commanders at the 8th seed, tied with the Seahawks. Actually, not tied, but 7-5-1. All right. So one of these teams aren't going to make it. Maybe 2, but at least 1. So which one of these teams would not make the playoffs? We're going to cover with you, Dave.
The team that I don't think will make it is the Giants. I don't think the Giants are going to make it. I don't think the Giants are going to be able to make it. Although they played to a tie yesterday with the Commanders, I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't trust him. I don't trust Daniel Jones. I don't think he's good enough. He just seems like he's guessing every single time he's out there on the field, man. I don't know. It seems like it's either he don't know the playbook or he just scared. I'm not sure what's up with him. Saquon is Saquon. I mean, he gonna do what he do, but it's just that I don't believe in Daniel Jones. It's just him. I think Taylor Heineke got a better chance of doing it than Daniel Jones. I think Geno Smith has a better chance of making it than Daniel Jones. So I'm looking strictly at the quarterbacks, and then the schedule as well. I think the Commanders and the Seahawks got a better shot of making it than the Giants did. I just don't trust the Giants. I don't think Daniel Jones is good enough.
Man, do you control your own destiny or do you not control your own destiny? That is the NFC conference right now. I want to say the NFC East because technically It's set up for the Commanders to take that spot. How do you have the Giants? You tied with them. You should have won that game. You actually should have won that. Bye week, then you get a second chance at it. You get a second chance at life. And in the middle of that, the Giants, on the other hand, tied. Should have won that game themselves. They missed that long field goal. Then they got to play the Eagles. The Eagles. They got to turn around and play the Commanders again. The Seahawks, they're just playing good. They're just playing good. I had their schedule up, but I don't really remember too much about it. And Carl threw out something else, another outlier. The Lions, the Falcons. There are other teams that if these three teams find to just fall off a cliff, then they keep winning, they can sneak into that spot. But right now, the Commanders have a chance to make it. I agree with you, Dave, that the Giants are falling off. They've reached their plateau with the 7 games, like we all knew they was. They are who we thought they were. They got their 7 games. Now, if they can, I need them to get 8. Personally, I would want them to beat the Eagles next week, but it's not happening. They don't have the firepower right now. They don't have the offensive weaponry. Right now, the offense is solely between Daniel Jones and Saquon. The defense is playing good. Their front line is nice. However, it can't hold up and sustain a whole entire football game. The Seahawks, I think they're 3rd in takeaways in the league. So that right there lets you know their defense is playing and their offense is clicking too. Outside of that spat that they had on the sideline with Geno and the running back. So I think the Giants are out. Seahawks are in. Commanders have a chance. They have to keep winning, though. It's going to be tight. Like, you have to keep winning. Don't think after you beat one team that you could just take the week off. Chase Young definitely needs to come back ASAP. Or y'all just need to put him on IR and stop this whole back and forth. My pick of the scene is not making the playoffs, Giants.
Yeah. To let you know the Seahawks schedule though, before you go, Joe, they play the Panthers next, then they play us, play Chiefs, Jets, Rams.
Playoffs.
Yeah. I was looking at that too. I see 2 wins from the Seahawks. They go win against the Jets, and they go, like you said, any given Sunday. But I see 2 games on there. Like, okay, they should win these Panthers and Seahawks. And the Rams. And the bad thing about the Giants. Giants out. All right. That's my pick. The Giants already lost a tiebreaker with the Seahawks. They lost to them head to head. All right. Well, it's no tie because they got a tie. Right. So they won't be a tie. So, yeah. So I didn't see that. I gotta get that from my source. Sorry. All right. If he comes back, he'll be a shout out to next year. Okay. That's what he's saying. All right. He's speaking his opinion. All right. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So the Giants got a tough schedule. First of all, the Giants have no division wins. So that hurts them with tiebreakers with us. All right? They have no division wins. We already beat the juggernaut in the division so far, which is the Eagles. All right? And then, like Tomo said, they got to turn around and play the Eagles next week while we get the rest. First of all, the Giants already hurt. So you got to go play a physical game against the Eagles, who let them run the ball a lot, while we get the rest. Then not only you gotta play us, you gotta come to us. You gotta come to Landover and play us at our home turf after we tie with y'all, knowing we out the playoffs. So we gotta get this dub. So we gonna win this next game. All right, we gonna win this next game, and then on top of that, they gotta play the Eagles again at the end of the season. So the Giants, I look at their schedule, man. They got it bad.
It's brutal, man. They got the Eagles, the Commanders, the Vikings, the Colts, and then the Eagles again. That's maybe one game that they can win out of that.
2.
The Colts maybe, but
2.
You know what I mean?
They could beat the Commanders.
They could beat the Commanders. All right, they're not gonna beat us. But
they got a shot.
They got a shot, obviously, because our offense is not explosive. That's why anybody.
They could beat the Eagles too.
All right. Hey, let's hope so. Okay. So the Eagles stay with y'all. Like, let's beat the Giants because y'all too far up. We need the Giants to keep coming down.
Hey, Philly, do us another favor and let the Giants win.
That would be crazy. If they lose to the Giants, that's gonna create a big showdown between y'all if y'all win next week. So y'all gotta win though. So I got the Giants being out. I got us and Seahawks in. But look, y'all, Green Bay still got a chance. I'm just saying. Green Bay still got a chance. All right. I'm not saying they done. I'm not saying they in, but they got a chance. And like Carl said, even the Lions got a chance. All right, so
I'm going with the Carls before. I mean, I said the Carls. I'm going with the Lions before the Packers.
the Cards. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I got the Giants too being out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Packers schedule. I don't think so because they could beat the Rams, but then against the Packers, you never know how they're gonna show up. When they play the Dolphins, the Vikings, and then the Lions. So I don't know.
They're done.
Roger got to show me something to think he's going to beat the Vikings and the Lions because he lost to both of them already this year. So
We'll see. All right, and the Lions. I'm keep talking about tiebreakers. Giants or us can't tie with nobody. We got to tie now in our record. All right.
Y'all can tie one more time. That'll make life great.
Yeah, because Carl said they own the tiebreaker. I'm like, they're not gonna tie with us. We got a tie record. Like, we got a tie on our resume. Unless they get a tie, they're not gonna tie with us. All right. So before we got Donnell coming up. We're gonna take another quick minute commercial break, and then after that, we got Donnell talk about who's the best team in the NFC. All right. Stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? This is Dennis Garland Jr.
It's your boy Michael Redwood, aka Big Mike.
This is DeVore.
My name is Teddy Mercado, and you're watching
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports. Let's go!
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. Want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, we got Donnell with us.
Good, Donnell.
My brother.
What's going on, my brother? How you doing? Take that jersey off.
No, sir. I wore it for you, man. I wore it for you.
Can't take it off.
Yeah, take it off.
Right. Donnell, he's not going to y'all, right?
Hey, look, you see the future behind me. You like it, live with it, and love it.
Yeah. I saw you when you first put it up. I think Tom was talking. I'm all like, Tom was probably like, what did I say? I'm looking at his background. That's why I did that. All right, so look, Tomo. I said Tomo because you're a Cowboy guy. We're gonna talk about the Cowboys.
I'm quiet.
All right, but Donna, you gotta kick us off with this one. So, two NFC teams just went crazy yesterday. All right, Two NFC teams. We got the Eagles beat the Titans 35-10, held Derrick Henry to 30 yards. And then y'all turn around and score 33 points, I'm not mistaken, in the fourth quarter. 54-19 Colts. All right, so talk to me, Donnell. Who is the best team in the NFC?
I know a lot of people expect me to say the Cowboys. A lot of people expect me to come on here and bash the Eagles. But it's a team in the NFC East that's playing complete football right now. Turnover-free football, and they're getting turnovers. Philadelphia Eagles. Dak Prescott, he's been hurting my feelings the past couple of weeks, man. He getting turnover happy. And I tell y'all every time I come up here, if Dak Prescott is throwing the ball more than 25 times, he's going to create turnovers. It just so happens that we haven't been playing anybody the last couple of weeks that can capitalize off our turnovers. Take the jersey off, Tomo. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC right now.
Let's go, Tomo. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Come on, man. You thought I was gonna take this off?
You need to, man. You need to.
I told you the last time you was on here when Dak get back, he was gonna call them audibles for them run plays, and your boy Kellen Moore was gonna try to make him throw the ball. We both was right.
You're right. We both right. But what is the excuse for the turnovers right now?
Hey man, I can't help it that Michael Gallup was acting soft on that out route.
Nah.
Come on now, AJ Brown running through people, man. Be a man.
He escaped the turnover when he threw it behind CD Lamb.
That was bad.
That could have easily been a
pick. I'll give you that. That was bad. CD even was looking like, what you doing? So,
okay. Dak has been making questionable throws the past couple of weeks.
Look, everyone can't be perfect. Jesus wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
He actually was, Tombo. I'm sorry.
Nah, he hung out with strippers. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, Tom.
You gotta fall in order to learn from your mistakes. However, I will give you this: Dak does do some crazy stuff. He looks blind at times when he's throwing in the middle of the field. That's crazy. Like I don't want him to ever throw a slant route to the middle of the field again. But then he did that out route, and I was like, that's wild.
Listen, at the end of the day, though, man, you gotta understand. We've been dealing with December woes for the past 3-4 years.
And
every interception Dak throw right now has me questioning whether we can make it to the next step.
Oh nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me bring you back. Let me bring you back. I gotta get my best Michael Irvin on right now. I gotta bring you back. Bring you back, man. Because even when God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, brother, people didn't believe. They didn't believe.
Ain't God.
Hey,
Dak ain't God.
But he listening. You see that big hole in the sky so God could watch football on Sundays. Let me answer the question first, though. The best team right now is the Eagles. Like you said, they are playing flat out complete football, right? That's just on paper. They are a complete team. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. Their special teams is a little iffy, but they don't have to punt because they always scoring unless they play in Dallas with Cooper Rush. So I give them that. The Eagles they're winning. Yay. They brought their team. They're going to end up like the Rams in 2 years. You see what they're doing. Now let's get back because it feels good to have a Cowboy fan on here, man. You know, now let's get back to this Dak situation. Or you guys want to touch on something right quick because I don't want to take up all the time. You see the 49ers guy down there. I don't even know why he's still here.
That's simply because the last time we played y'all, we beat y'all, didn't we?
I came out with a jukebox.
That was a playoff game, wasn't it?
I came out with a jukebox, man.
Don't matter. Still lost.
Look, man.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Get out the first round this year. You will see us.
Oh, okay.
You might see them in the first round.
And the same thing that happened last
year.
We
won't see him in the first round.
Okay.
The NFC South sucks.
Oh, you're right. So
we gotta play.
We gotta maintain that fifth seed.
Excuse me.
But look, real quick.
We went out the division.
You about to say on David? You about to say on David?
You good?
Warren, you took the words of my notes, man. All right, y'all. Okay, how about this? The Cowboys. If everybody plays their absolute best,
Vikings game. Go ahead.
They're the best team in the NFC. But the problem is that's not gonna happen. And like you said, Warren, Dak Prescott. Every game he throws a turnover. Like every game he throws an interception, and it's like one of them Jones are like, "What are you doing?" And Jalen Hurts does not make those mistakes. They play mistake-free football while taking the ball over. And y'all the biggest front runners in the NFL too.
What?
When I say front runners, y'all beat up on y'all be kicking bad teams down, and y'all just be running up the score.
Listen,
the Vikings are not a bad team.
I'm not big on the Vikings. I'm sorry. That's everybody else in the world. I'm not.
You're not big on the Vikings?
That's a good win though for y'all.
Hold on, you're not big on the Vikings?
Never been.
MVP? Ain't that what you said?
Who? Kirk Cousins?
He didn't.
Ain't that what you said at the beginning of the year?
MVP? Kirk Cousins MVP? Yeah,
that was me. He said Derek Carr. He said Derek Carr.
Oh, he said Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even worse.
It was one of them.
Yeah, I was wrong for that one. I should have at least said candidate. I said he's gonna win the whole thing. God,
but still, I mean, we doing what we supposed to do to teams like that. Man.
True. I give you that. And y'all, listen, y'all a good team. I give you that one. Y'all a really good team, and y'all well coached on defense and offense. Colin Moore is actually paying attention. He's listening. Y'all running the ball more, all that stuff. Just keep that system. Do not pass more than run. Because when you do that, that's when y'all gonna lose. All right.
But see,
so
here's the thing with that though, and what hurt us, Anthony Brown going down last night. That hurt.
I don't know if that hurt you that much, but go ahead.
It hurt us a lot. Kelvin Joseph is not the guy on the outside
at all.
Deron Bland, we can't move that rookie to the outside. He's best suited right there in the slot where he's at, where he's doing the most damage.
Yes, sir.
Kelvin Joseph. Trayvon Diggs might not see a ball no more for the rest of the year.
If teams are smart, I promise you, I could go out there and be like, look, just run that route on him. I promise you're gonna be open. But let me tell you one more thing, though. Let me touch on one more thing here, since y'all want to talk about this. If we go on, like my man Uncle Irv said this earlier, and I really didn't think about it till just now. But if we break down common opponents, anybody that Philly has struggled with, we demolished them, like flat out. It wasn't even a competition. And we beat the Commanders with Cooper Rush, and they couldn't even beat. Come on now, they couldn't even beat y'all.
No, they beat us first, and then y'all beat us. Don't forget about that. They beat us 24-10, 24-8, and then y'all beat. We played y'all better than the Eagles.
But the double back on the double back.
We haven't got y'all on double back yet.
No, but everyone said about the Eagles. If you play them twice, you're going to beat them the second time.
We haven't got y'all the second time yet, though.
But that's what y'all did to the Eagles. Y'all beat them the second time, and I promise you.
You want to compare apples to apples, right? Apples and oranges, you want to call it. They played Kirk Cousins and them. They played them whatever. They beat them whatever, all that stuff. But y'all did lose to the Packers last time I checked. Recent years. And what team?
They had to run the ball 50 times.
Y'all beat that they lost to. They only lost to us, and they beat us already. We haven't got y'all the second time. They beat the Packers, and we know the game was somewhat close, I guess, but they killed the Packers defensively. I mean, offensively. When y'all couldn't.
And why we lose to the Packers? Open your chest. Open your chest.
Yeah, don't quit it.
Because Dak threw the bag.
See, they don't make mistakes.
2 interceptions.
I hate to put on my Eagles hat right now. I hate it.
It never fails, bro. It never fails. Dak Prescott is due. It's like he's guaranteed to throw an interception, and a key interception at that. Had our defense not stepped up in the fourth quarter the way it did.
In what quarter?
I believe against the Colts. I believe if our defense would have stepped up the way it did, it was a possibility that Dak would have threw a pick that would have sealed the game for the Colts.
See, you see how you say that about us, but also if you flip it on Philly, right? They win the turnover battles. So when Philly doesn't win the turnover battles, I believe Joe said this about the Eagles. If they don't win the turnover battle, they lose the game or have a chance to lose the game. The Colts were top 5 in defense when they played them fresh off of a bye. Right? Fresh off of a bye. Almost beat him. Jalen Hurts had to put the team on his back. I give him that. That's why I say he's the MVP. However, Dallas went out there, top 5 defense. Taylor was running the ball better. Last 3 games, we've been holding all running backs under like 100 yards rushing. So the rushing defense is getting there. We're improving. I'm not saying we're the best team in the NFC. However, the Eagles need to be nervous.
Okay, you want to play devil's advocate? I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you because you said the key words and exactly what I'm talking about. Philly struggled with the Colts, and who stepped up and carried that team on his back?
The quarterback,
Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
The first 3 quarters we were playing the Colts. Dak didn't step up and carry this team on his back. In the fourth quarter, the defense sealed the deal.
He's right.
That's my whole thing with Dallas right now. Look. Come on, Tomo. You know I love Dallas. But my biggest issue with Dallas right now is, can Dak really get us there?
Yes.
Or do we need to? Or do we have to depend on our defense? There should be moments when we go into stadiums, and we should tell our defense, "You got an easy night." We can't do that. Philly can do that. Jalen Hurts can go to his defense and say, "I got this."
You want to know why they can do that? Go ahead, Joe.
You said Heineke.
No, I was about to say you want to know why they can do that.
Go ahead.
I said you want to know why they can do that? Because of, like you said, our offensive coordinator at the end of the day, it's the scheme. They run an RPO. So if the defense knows that we're going to run the ball and we can consistently run the ball and do read options, and our quarterback may not turn it over because, again, the RPO, this just reminds me of when RG3 was on that run, when they were doing the read option. You don't know if they're running or passing. So, of course, people are going to break down the field because it's like, oh, who we checking? Wide open. Meanwhile, Dallas wants to be a mixture of Tom Brady and what the Eagles got And it's just like, nah, you can't put two things together. That's the failure there.
I think that's also because of how Dak Prescott is as a quarterback. You got to think about RG3 was a more dynamic runner than what Dak is. Dak can run with the ball, but when it comes to that, comes to RPO, I don't think he's an RPO kind of quarterback. Now you can run him off. You can run him off play action and stuff like that, but just I don't see him as being that dynamic as Jalen Hurts is now, and as dynamic as RG3 was. If you're talking about RG3 was good because his legs was a problem. No one sees Dak's legs as a problem, even though he can run. I'm not saying that not that he's slow. I'm not saying like he run like a 4.8 and nothing like that or a 5 flat, but he's good enough, but he's just not that dynamic of a running quarterback.
So when I was just gonna say it's the scheme.
At one point, I could throw statistics and defend Dak against pressure. Now, the statistic that I can't defend Dak with against pressure is when he feel pressure, he's going to throw an interception. It's like he prefers to throw the interception than take 5 yards.
I love
Run 5 yards, check it down. Stop throwing interceptions. If he can do that, I guarantee you we can come out the NFC and we can be in the Super Bowl this year.
Warren, you making my night, man.
It's the ankle, Warren.
I love hearing.
I understand it's the ankle. And I understand that 100%. But guess what? He's still faster than a lot of DTs. And most of the interceptions that Dak throw, he's not rolling out.
Nope.
It's pressure right up the middle.
I give you that.
Hey, look, Rook, can I ask you 2 questions? Number 1, Donnell, you like the title? Putting the cheese before the steak. That was Tom right there. Number 2, right? Let me ask y'all this question. Serious question. What top 10 quarterback in the NFL depends on their defense?
Right now,
It's only one.
Rodgers, Brady. Brady been doing that his whole career.
No, Rodgers.
Brady.
I say that now only because
Brady been doing that his whole career.
Who, Brady?
Brady said that has a top 5 defense his whole career.
Since he's been a Buccaneer, no.
Yes. What?
Last year as a Buccaneer, did they deploy the defense at all? Tom Brady led the NFL in passing yards, all that stuff. And
that defense was stopping everything.
Last year?
Not last year.
Oh, the year they won the Super Bowl.
No, y'all have a top defense, like arguably best in the league. He hasn't had that since the early Patriots days, for real.
That Bucs team was good. I don't know.
They had a run. They had momentum in the playoffs. They had players.
They were stuffing the run that year.
They weren't like.
Even still, if you want to say Tom Brady, it only leaves 2.
45. Sorry, go
but
ahead.
It only leaves 2. And if you open up your chest, the second guy is right there with your shirt.
And if that's the case, you could say that about Hurts.
Hurts not top 10. He has one season that's top 10, but we talking about like top 10.
Who is top 10? See, now we about to stretch this topic.
Let's get it. Now we good. Top 10? I got you right now. It's not in order. Lamar, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. You could throw Justin Herbert in top 10. Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. Who am I missing? Josh Allen. Homie David.
Thank you, Carl.
All right, okay, the budget, okay, cool. Tom Brady, okay, he had defense. Like Warren said, he's number 2. Tom Brady. Who else?
The fact that you threw Herbert in there messed the whole list up.
I just want to hear your list.
Okay, he should be top 10.
I mean, are you going? What he's going by? Is he going by top 10 over the last couple of years?
Real quick, Warren. If you want to add Jalen Hurts, what Donnell just say against the Colts? He threw his cape on and he ran on the victory. Literally, right? Dak Prescott, I can't point out no games when he just took over. Literally, I can't. Like last 2 years, point out a game for me when like y'all defense look bad, y'all players
the Falcons game,
and Dak put a cape on and took over the game.
No, you said a game. Now every time you see, this is the thing. Y'all move the goalposts every time. I said the Falcons game.
He said the Falcons. It's the Falcons.
Now in 2020, in 2020, no, in 2020
I
they
said
were
that's
better.
2 years. I said that's 2 years.
That's 2 years.
This year, last year.
That's 2 years. If you count in the calendar.
That's all right, but
he ain't played one of them years too because he's hurt.
I get where you going with this, Joe. What are you're trying to say that Dak depends on his defense? Is that what you're trying to say?
This year.
But to me, But to me, that's okay to depend on that defense.
I said too much, but you go ahead.
No,
hold on.
So
That makes
to me,
no
that's
sense, 'cause the
okay to
defense just
depend
got
on the
good.
defense.
I mean,
But-
I have no say in this fight because I felt like that's how my quarterback played before he got hurt. So I got no.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and Dak in the same situation.
Yeah.
You knew he was gonna say that.
Even though Jimmy has gotten to the Super Bowl, has he not thrown picks in situations where he shouldn't have?
Yeah.
Isn't his nickname Gimme Jimmy?
Hey, he was doing that in New England too.
But look, y'all. I don't want to make time a Dak hater. Dak is a good QB.
It's
You know,
not. This is a real conversation that needs to be had for the airwaves, and I appreciate Warren for coming on here and say that. But I'm not taking his jersey off.
Dak is Dak is a good QB, but at times Dak Prescott show you why Dallas is where they are.
That's
at
too
times
much. That's too much to put on him, bro. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Real quick, I can't say this.
I give you this, Tom. Hold on, Joe. Real quick, I give you this. The year we went 13-3 with Dak and Zeke, who lost us that playoff game?
The defense.
You almost made me cuss.
You talking about his rookie year, right?
Yeah.
His rookie year against the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Where he started off slow, right?
My point exactly.
And came back, right?
But why start off? You've been starting off hot all year long.
He was a rookie in the playoffs. What you
I
want him
don't
to do?
care. I don't care.
What do you want him to do? You want this 4th round pick to just show up and be like, I'm the GOAT.
I don't care what nobody says, bro. Football is football. If you've been playing this sport all your life, football is football. You make that adjustment.
I don't know what to say now.
I know you don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say at this point because that's crazy.
Listen, at the end of the day,
we just got a top 5 defense. We just got a top 5 defense. You got Dez Bryant talking to Tony Romo, telling him, bro, I wish we had this defense. You know where our defense has been.
No, we never had a defense like this.
So
I agree.
He depends on it. It's crazy.
But Tomo, I'm with you on that Green Bay game. You know, then that put them in position to win.
Yes.
Yeah,
they had to go.
Aaron Rodgers, Jared Cook, and Aaron Rodgers connected on the sideline and 52 yards, something like that field goal. So I get that, but also I'm gonna wonder like he starts.
If you don't start slow, we're not in that position. You don't put out.
That's true.
Here's the thing: that puts our defense in positions that they can't get out of. But our defense never put Dak in a position he can't get out of. They step up to the plate for him.
Recently, I'll give you that.
All right, look, we gotta wrap this segment up. All right, before we do that, I'm gonna let Tomo and Donnell say their last words. So we on the Cowboy, but I do want to say this. All right,
you got it, Tomo.
When I watch Dak play, there are times I'm like, yo, this dude is good. Like this dude, that was nice. Oh man, they looking sweet. And out of nowhere, he throws a bonehead pick, and then everything I just saw, I just forget about it. Like I just thought my memory starts back over. Like, dang, Dak is, Dak is back. You know, so yeah, Donnell, give us your last word. What Tomo, you want to say anything first?
You can say it about every quarterback, man. When Donnell get on here, I turn into Michael Irvin. This is crazy. You can say that about every quarterback. That is insane.
Listen, Tomo, I love you, man. I'm just here to challenge. I'm here to challenge you, man.
Hey, man, I'd rather get it from you than hear from Kevin and his recency bias. Talking about last weekend. Y'all been running RPOs all season. You want to talk about one weekend.
Kevin Phillips gonna be hurt when they don't make it to the Super Bowl.
I'm coming back. That's when I can't wait till he has his failure in the playoff, and then we're gonna talk about Hurts. Because it's all this regular season stuff that y'all talking about right now, that don't mean nothing. Dak been in the playoffs. He failed in the playoffs and also succeeded. Remember that Seahawks game where the defense put him in a situation where he couldn't, he had to sneak up, flip, touchdown, one game. That's all I'm saying, man. Quarterbacks mess up, but they also can prevail. We finally got a top 5 defense. And, we're just going to show and prove. Maybe if we get a better offensive coordinator, all this might go out the window. He might not be forced to throw more than 25 times.
Well, listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let you have the floor, Tom.
Nah, that was it. I ain't got nothing.
That was it?
That's it. Just all yours, man. I'm putting my mic on.
Well, I got the floor. Jerry Jones getting ready to make Dak look like one of the best quarterbacks in the league after this weekend when he signed OBJ. Just give him another piece. Make defense players different again. Dak will be all right. That's all I got to say.
All right, Donnell. So look, y'all play the Eagles on the 24th. We're gonna figure out when we're gonna do that episode because the day after is Christmas, obviously, and then the day before that is Christmas Eve. So we'll talk about it, but we gotta get you back on before and after.
Man, that's gonna be a cake. That's gonna be a cakewalk game, man.
Okay.
All Kevin gonna say is they resting their starters. I take the W.
Nah, they about to lose
They
to the
need
Giants.
this game. They need this game because y'all keep winning.
Before I leave, I don't accept Danny Dime slander like that.
Oh my goodness.
One thing y'all fella realize is I got the Giants beating the Commanders.
Now I'm taking the jersey off.
And on top of this, they play the Eagles the last game of the season. The Eagles gonna rest their starters. That's gonna be an easy game for the Giants, man.
Danny Dime.
And the Commanders got Dallas at the end of the year, and we ain't resting our starters.
Donnell, if y'all win out, so you don't have to say y'all win out. If y'all win out, the Eagles gotta play our last game. If y'all win out, y'all 8-3, they 10-1, whatever, 9-3. If y'all beat them on the 24th, y'all one game behind them with a better division record because they lost to us. Don't forget about that.
They winning out, bro.
So, but you know what I'm saying? If y'all beat the Eagles and y'all also win out, y'all
we gotta check. I can't say that right now. I gotta check the conference record. I think they got the conference record over us.
Yeah, they only have the conference record. It's division first. If y'all get a tie record, it's division first, then conference. No, it's division first, then head to head, then conference.
But that means the Eagles got to lose 2 games. That's only one game.
That's what I'm saying. They gonna have to play that last game. It's the Giants. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
They won't be if y'all beat them on the 24th. Y'all win out. They have to play on the 20. They have to play our last game against the Giants.
That's true.
So I mean, unless y'all gonna lose to the Eagles. I mean, you said it. I didn't. You know.
No, I ain't say we was gonna lose to the Eagles.
All right. So. All right. Donnell, let's get you back on. Appreciate you, bro.
That's crazy.
All right, man.
All right, one.
Let's get it. All right, that went longer than expected, but it was worth it. All right, Charles. We got he took it all, put it back on, put it on the shoulder.
But we do want everybody to know that everybody said the Eagles was the best team.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, Eagles are the best.
To be continued. All right. By default. Not by default, they earned it, but you get what I'm saying. So this last topic we got for y'all is, are the Bengals the biggest threat to the Chiefs? Y'all know the Bills are the number 1 AFC team right now. The number 1 seed. After all that stuff we said about them, they climbed back to the top of the AFC. But yeah, Burrow is 3-0 against the Chiefs. Even though the Chiefs are not the number 1 seed, we all believe that they should be the favorites. All right. So, we talked about last week. Are the Bengals the biggest threat, or is the Bills? You didn't you didn't do a lot of talking, so you got it first this time.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills are the biggest threat. Seeing from the recency that they played them in the playoffs last year and how they played them this year, I think they're the biggest threat. Now, Josh Allen, I trust Joe Burrow more than Josh Allen, but I think the Bills team overall is just better than the Bengals. So I think the Bills are the biggest threat in the AFC to them. So, I mean, they need to start using their running backs a lot more. That's for one. So start using Singletary more so I can get some points from him. But they still have a high-power offense. Their defense is still good. I think Von Miller may be coming back soon. He'll be coming back soon. And that with that defense, that helps out a lot. So even though the Bengals defense has been playing pretty well, I mean, they held Mahomes only 204 points. He didn't throw for 3 touchdowns and nothing like that yesterday. So they got a shot, but I trust the Bills team overall more than I do the Bengals, even though I trust Joe Burrow more than Josh Allen. Burrow has already been to the Super Bowl. He proved that last year, and they're on a winning streak right now. They're playing a lot better. They played terrible in the season, but they've caught on as of late. And the Bills have been pretty inconsistent, but I feel like I'm making a point for the Bengals now. I don't know.
You changed your mind mid segment.
Everything I said. Nah, I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow, man. I'm sorry, I got to switch it now. It's the Bengals, man. Joe Burrow is just too good. He's too good, man. I don't. He's just too good. He hasn't lost to the Chiefs yet. That's all I can say. Josh Allen, we've seen him lose with 13 seconds on the clock. So we've seen that happen against the Chiefs. Joe Burrow was like, nah, that's not happening on my watch. So I gotta go with Joe Burrow. After all those points I made, I tried to make a case for the Bills. It's the Bengals, man. Joe Burrow is just clutch, man. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league. He's great, man. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll go. So look, Tom, I told you last week, right?
I knew it. I should have went.
I said it, man. I said last week. I said Joe Burrow should be the biggest threat. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I was down the Bengals before the year started. I mean, we nobody's perfect, all right? Like you said. So I had them not making the playoffs because, I thought they had a hangover, but they didn't. Joe Burrow was balling. And I told you that offensive line's looking better. 1 sack yesterday. I'm just saying, all right? So I trust Joe Burrow over any other quarterback in the AFC. Joe Burrow has that clutch factor into him. They have beaten the Chiefs 3 times. He's 3-0 against the Chiefs. The Bills have not yet beat the Chiefs when it counted in the playoffs. They beat them in the regular season 2 years straight, but he also lost to them. All right? So, and Joe Burrow, he's not scared. He's not scared of Patrick Mahomes. He rises up to the occasion. And not only that, Jamar Chase goes off on the Chiefs every time he plays them. Now, yesterday, it was really T. Higgins that really did all the big damage. But, yeah, they got 2 big dogs over there, 3 big dogs, and Tyler Boyd, even though he dropped the TD. So I'm going to say the Bengals are the biggest threat to the Chiefs in the playoffs. Now, if the Bills play the Bengals, I might pick the Bills. But against the Kansas City Chiefs, Bengals.
Your opinions are allowed to change when new facts are presented, and these shows are recorded. We're in groups like Joe was promoting the NFL chat and the NBA chat. Trust me, if you join that chat, you better make sure you remember everything you say because people will bring up receipts.
Hey,
okay,
we screenshot everything just so you know.
They will bring up receipts. They will bring up edits. I mean, they will edit video clips just to show you that, hey, no, you said this. And it wasn't even 48 hours ago. I literally said, ain't nobody scared of the Bengals. The Chiefs gonna beat the Bengals. And the Bengals said, what? We own them. 3-0. 3-0. Swept them. The Bills have a team, but they don't run the ball. The Bengals right now, and you said that O-line has gotten better. They proved me right. I mean, they proved you right on Sunday. Not letting Burrow get sacked. The Bengals are the best team in the AFC. Like all 3 phases. Right now, they're showing that right now. I'm saying right now. Not all season, just right now, all 3 phases, they can run the ball, they can pass the ball, they can play defense, and they can create turnovers. The Bills, out of all that I just named, which one do you trust the most? Do you trust them to run the ball? It's 50-50. Passing the ball, they got Steph Diggs, but Josh Allen is like my boy sometimes. He's going to throw a pick.
50-50.
Defense. Von Miller coming back for the playoffs, but as of right now, the defense is a little iffy. They do got, I think Tre'Davious White is coming back, so he's coming off an injury. But the Bills has always been shaky, and that big bad wolf called the Kansas City Chiefs kind of owns them right now. Meanwhile, the Bengals are in the tuck like, we're great, Tony the Tiger voice. So I'm going with Burrow right now. Burrow is a kid that just came in the league, and like you said, no fear factor.
Yeah, he doesn't play scared at all, man. I like his grit, man. Just his leadership, his grit. That man plays no matter what. He hurt, don't matter. He gonna come in and play the game. And the Bengals, they just got a nice squad, man. I can't. There's not too much I can say. I mean, I'm glad because I got T. Higgins on my squad, so that helps me out from time to time.
You wouldn't trade him.
Nope. You were tripping for trying to give me that trade too. That
was a great trade.
No, it was not.
It was a great trade.
It was not. And you tried to.
Shout out to Kev for them trades. I'm making a play.
All right, y'all, there you go. Great show today. Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share with somebody that you know. We're going to break these videos up into individual segments on YouTube so you can go back and watch it. We have a chat on Instagram, NFL chat, NBA chat. Put your IG name on the chat, and we'll go back and add you to the chat on IG. All right, and hope y'all enjoy the rest of the show. Well, enjoy the show because the show is over. And before we end it, last word. So look, Commanders, we on a bye week. We get to sit back and chill, watch Red Zone all day, pick and choose what game we're gonna watch. We might tune in for that Ravens and Steelers game just because of Carl and Javon. And like the beam, another W, 3-game winning streak. You know, we had to take care of the Bulls last night, easy work. We took care of the Clippers, easy work. You feel me? Who we got next? I don't know who we got next, but easy work, you know. So, hey, y'all, we're going to be a top 6 seed. Lakers, fakers, all right? We will definitely have a better record than the Lakers. So, I don't want to really talk too much about them, but Bean Team, hashtag, let's get it.
Go ahead, Tomo.
I mean, you only chase answers when you got to question yourself. I'm saying that to Dak Prescott because Warren over here got me second-guessing my quarterback. It's my quarterback. It's my teammate. And when you talk about him like that, it's not fair. Run the ball.
I don't know how I can follow up with that, man. That's funny. But my boy Hemi Buckets is back. So watch out for my boy Hemi Buckets. I know his name is Jimmy Butler, but I'll call him Hemi Buckets because he's him. He shows you that every single time that fadeaway you can't stop. Bam has playing off the charts lately. He's been averaging 30 points a game. And San Fran, I mean, you made me happy yesterday. I'm not upset, but don't be home next week and you lose against Tampa Bay. Don't do me like that. Tampa Bay ain't played well all year, so don't do that. Play well, play good defense. Don't let Brady score 20, and let's at least put 21 on the board so we can win the game. So just do that for me.
Let's go. All right, y'all. That's all we got for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.